Welcome to S-Star TV. My name is DJ Double, and today I'm with a pioneer of the UK scene, a footballer, a movie star, TV presenter. The list goes on and on. Let me welcome Harvey. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Dubs?
All good, man. All good. So how's things right now?
Good, busy promoting this. As I said, this Gyptian record. Currently, just finished doing the Choice FM party, which was carnage. We had me down there, Wretch, Dynamite. It was like a good reunion of old school and new school. Do you know what I mean? So the scene's in a good place at the moment. It's in a good place.
Yeah, man, no doubt. So let's talk straight away about the collaboration with Gyptian. Tune's called Hot Girl, out right now. The video's all over the place. How did the collaboration come about?
It's kind of like, obviously, me and Gyptian's got a strong bond for a guy called Gyptian Jones. He was like one of the first reggae artists to be signed to EMI in the 70s. And he's very close to my family, and you know, me and him had a meeting, and we just made it happen. It was easy to do business with Gyptian and his people, good people. Big up Leroy Moore, Pierre, all Gyptian's people. So yeah, it was all good.
So did you get into the studio together, or was it kind of a separate thing? You sent him something, he sent it back. How did it work?
Get a Jamaican in the studio at the same time as me? No chance. Now, you know, it works. Technology today. Obviously, we built something around him that we thought would fit him, and we just sent the MP3 file over to Jamaica. He done it within 2 days. He was efficient. At the time when he received the beat, he had one beat. He had one beat sent from Akon and one from us, and he chose our beat. Didn't like the Akon beat.
Big result, man, big result. It's been a while since you recorded or released a single. So what was it that got you back into the studio?
It was kind of obviously me wanting to get back into the studio. As I said, the last 3 years, music has changed so much, so drastically, that I just didn't think at that time I was ready to go back into music. And as I said, I was putting my hands into other pies, i.e. shooting movies. I've done The Big I Am with Leo Gregory, shot out for a kill with Steven Scott. I was just trying other things. Like, I've been in music a long time, and I think it was at that point where I just needed a break. But now I'm ready.
He's back. So another artist on Hot Girl, the track with Gyptian, is Mr. Brown. He's obviously a UK artist. Apart from him, what other UK artists are you feeling right now?
Well, obviously Brown's my little protege, so definitely feeling him. But young artist, I'm feeling Dot Rotten. Dot Rotten's doing his thing. He's good. Obviously Chip's doing his thing. Wretch, Tiny. It's refreshing times. Do you understand what I'm saying? Definitely feeling Dappy's solo movement. I've always said that boy, once he goes solo, he's gone. Do you know what I mean? Because he's original. You can tell that music's his life. He puts the quality into his music. So there's a lot of them that's doing well. It's good times. It's good times.
Cool, man. So is there any collaborations in the pipeline with any UK artists? What you got planned?
Well, obviously the album Harvey Presents The Elite, which the Gyptian singles come off. I got Chipmunk on there. I got Doctor on there. I've got the old boys, Asher and Nooch from my crew. Oxide's produced a couple of tunes, so there's loads of collaborations in there. Miss Brat. I kind of used that's why I've called it Harvey Presents The Elite. It's like all the elite artists from all genres and age groups, you know what I mean? So, and I'm currently trying to sort out a big deal, but I can't tell you about it with a big artist. She's American.
Oh, well, let's see. All right, so The Elite. That's the new project. Like you said, you're putting together basically the elite of UK music. Is there anything else going into that album, or is it going to be kind of a UK, this is what we've got to offer type album?
It's like kind of similar to the Lil Wayne concept, how he introduced Cash Money. Like, I'm a person, I don't want to do that whole, everyone focus on Harvey's album. And I'm not, bruv, we started this, I have nothing to prove. So it's more kind of like utilising other artists and putting a lot of music out there, a lot of collaborations out there. It's just showing unity within the industry. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of how Lil Wayne broke Drake and Nicki Minaj. That Cash Money, Young Money album gave them the chance to be heard. Then that obviously gave Drake the platform to be a solo artist and who he is today. Same with Nicki Minaj. So it's like, for me, this is about giving Mr. Brown a platform. Do you understand what I'm saying? And nicking all the other artists' record sales and putting them together with mine, then it's millions of records sold, isn't it? Ain't rocket science.
I hear that, man. So while we're talking about collaborations, who would be your ultimate collaboration? Dead or alive, who would you most like to work with?
My ultimate collaboration on a production level would be Dr. Dre. Come on, legend. And here's all the Aftermath camp, man. And collaboration, Eminem. Do you know what I mean? And it's mad because obviously in 2001 we toured with him for a month, so it was an amazing experience. But if you got his vocal on the record, oh gosh, I think I'd run out the country and never come back. Because you know where it's going. You know you're just selling millions of units. That PRS and PPO will pay your bills for life. Yeah. Just getting his vocals, you know what I mean? But just him, man, he's a unique lyricist. He's talented. Like Jay-Z said, no one wants it with Eminem. You don't want it with him. Get into your career, you know what I'm saying? But definitely M, definitely.
Yeah, man, I'll rate that, definitely. So apart from music, obviously we mentioned you've done films, you've done TV presenting, you've even done theatre work and even footballing and stuff. Is there anything that you haven't done that you want to do professionally?
Play rugby, but I've just started going rugby with Neutrino now. I don't know. See, now it's just kind of about me doing things that just make me happy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So right now, the industry don't control me, I control it. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of anything that I do, just excel in it, and it's kind of just outdoing myself now. Like I said, I've got nothing to prove to people.
So we might even see you on the rugby pitch sometime soon then, huh?
Boy, them guys are big. I went training with Neutrino. One guy gave me one tackle. I was like, I don't know about this sport, you know. But it's like London Cornish. They're trying to get me out to play a game and that. But boy, I'm quick. They won't catch me. But if they do catch me, it's flames for my ribs.
Game over. So out of all that stuff, what would you say would be your favourite job out of all of them things you've already done? What's your favourite?
Shall I be honest with you? My favourite was obviously, people know that football was my first love. So that was the best days of my life when I was a professional footballer, when I was at Barnet, Chelsea as a kid. That's why I've still got a lot of friends in Premiership football that play out there. Big up Carlton Cole, he came to the Trace FM show last night. He come down there to support, man. And yeah, it'd be football, man. Football's my love. I'll probably watch more football than I watch music.
Cool, man. So, taking it away from your work for a minute, how do you feel about like your private life basically being so much in the public eye as much as your career? I mean, let's face it, some people as well even know more about your public life and past relationships and stuff than they have about So Solid lyrics, etc. How do you feel about that?
To me, it's like, it comes with the territory, you know, but at the same time, I believe that the media they kind of use me as a scapegoat. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because, like I said, certain other people that's done kind of things like that, i.e. like John Terry's and that, they do it and then it's forgotten like the next week. But I think they just, with that situation, like no matter what, having an affair is wrong regardless. But to bang on for it for the last 4 years, I thought I shot someone, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of weird when you wake up in the morning and 11 million people know your business. It was funny, like, when I went on stage last night, like 2,000 people, like 1,500 are cheering, 500 are booing, all girls. By the end of the show, they're all cheering again. Like fans of you get loyal fans, no, I call them loyal supporters, and then you get the fickle ones that they just pick up the papers and they believe what they read. And that's Britain for you. That's never gonna change. As long as you know who you are as a person. I've got a great family behind me. Shit happens, innit? It happens, and it's made me stronger. And you know what? Harvey won't be Harvey without controversy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the more that I've done wrong, the more people wanted to see me. So I was like, my ticket sales are gone up. Because people want to be nosy, don't they? The British public like to be nosy. Yeah. But it's one of them things, like the biggest bonus I take out of it, I've got a beautiful daughter. Do you know what I mean? So I only give a damn about that. You know what I mean? Women ain't the forefront of my life no more. It's my daughter.
I hear that, man. Definitely rate that highly. So while we're talking about your family, I've done some digging, and I found out that your dad, is not only he's a award-winning boxer. He won the ABA championships. Right. He's a championship bodybuilder. He's an ex-gladiator, and he's been in various movie roles and stuff. So obviously you've done the movies, you've been a footballer, you're doing music. How would you feel about your daughter being in show business? Is it something that you'd help and support her doing, or would you rather she has a more conventional career?
I'd like her to have a conventional career, but who am I to tell my daughter what she can do? And let's be honest with you, her mum's famous, her dad's famous, like she's around music, so if she goes into music, it's not going to be like a shock, is it? You know, like, from when she was a little baby, when I was with her mum, her mum sings in the shower. I used to write lyrics with her on my chest, do you know what I mean? So that's all she's got around her. Do you know what I mean? And when me and my daughter are in the car, that's all she wants to do is like, daddy album. Like 21 Seconds comes on the radio anyway, she knows it's me. She knows my exact bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if she does. At the moment, she's currently into tennis. Right. Very good at tennis. She's 3 years old, so I wouldn't mind if she got into tennis. I'd like her to get into sport, but it's down to her. You never know, she might work for NASA, who knows? Do you know what I mean? Who knows? But I'll support whatever she does.
Yeah, man, that's a good look. So let's go back to the music straight away. So Solid Crew, obviously they were like the first crew in the UK to do what they did and achieve what they achieved. I mean, they got a #1, which obviously that's a big thing. They're like the pioneers and the inspiration of a lot of the UK artists from today. Do you think that So Solid Crew really get the respect that they're kind of due? Because a lot of the guys getting #1s now have said that So Solid were an inspiration for that. Do you think that you guys get the respect that you're owed for that, really?
Artist-wise, definitely. Like all the artists that was there yesterday that I met, Tele Riley's, all the younger artists, Do you know what I mean? They're like, bruv, you started this, you know what I mean? And right, it's a pleasure to be like kind of doing a show with you too. So the artists, all of them are very respectful. I'm not gonna sit here and just make up, you know what I mean? Every time they see me, you know, they've always come over and said, you know, thank you, like you inspired me when I was at school and to do this. And now a lot of these artists are successful themselves, so they appreciate it. I think it's more like the British media that don't appreciate it. They just thought, they didn't look at what we done. It's like, oh, there's a bunch of gangbangers from South London that had violent concerts. And it's a typical way to kind of portray black music, do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that the British media appreciate what we done. But now, people appreciate us 10 years later because they realise the impact that we had on society. 21 Seconds, you play it now, as you know, Dubs, when we do shows together. Yeah. Anywhere across the world, from London to Bulgaria, they sing every word. So how can a tune outlast 10 years?
Yeah, man, definitely. So with you being the inspiration for a lot of what I call the new generation of UK artists, who was your inspiration when you started out?
What, you, as in UK artists or in generally?
Just in general, who inspired you to do what you did?
As a youth, like Run DMC in it. Like I used to love Run DMC, Beastie Boys. Remember they used to like get the Volkswagen signs and put them on their chains. So when I was young, I used to nick a lot of Volkswagen signs. Sorry to anyone whose Volkswagen signs that I nicked when I was young, but it was just a trend. But like at that time, yeah, Run DMC, the usuals, Biggie, man. Biggie was just too much. Like, I think is it Born to Die or Ready to Die, whatever it's called. That album was just a classic. But yeah, a lot of them artists around that time, Eric B and Rakim. Yeah, it was mad. There wasn't a lot of British people to look up to around them times musically. Whereas now, you're gonna hear people going, yeah, I looked up to So Solid. Like, we're gonna be like these guys in this country. So no, it's good. But definitely them old school pioneers. Yeah, Run DMC were bad.
Yeah, man, that's wicked. So what's happened to So Solid crew now? Do you still are you still in touch with any of the members?
I'm in touch with like most people. Speak to Mega and the BB. Me and Lisa still do shows together. What was nice yesterday when I done the show, Neutrino come on stage with me and just come to support. We're like a family. We've been through so much together. Me and Asher have got a lot of movie projects that we're working on that we've done. We've got a thing called The Classroom. That's kind of like a black version of the In-Betweeners. Like, it's good. It's like we're all old and we all go back to school again. So you can imagine the banter in that. Yeah. We've got some big actors in it, British-wise. We've got Arnold Ocheng from Adulthood and Kidulthood, Red Madrell from Mandel Madrell, whatever her name is, from Kidulthood. We've got a good, strong cast, and obviously Asher. So like, I'm a person, like, if you go to America, musicians, you can't actually call them musicians or actors. They're just entrepreneurs. They do everything. So I'm on a Will Smith tip, you understand what I'm saying? Or LL Cool J thing. Yeah.
Cool, man. So you mentioned you guys are still like a family. Is there ever any family tiffs? I mean, is there any kind of beef between the crews still that you know of?
Not now. Nah. We're too old, man. We all got kids. We ain't got time to be writing about beefs and all that, man. Like, when we was young, of course we fell out. That's normal. That's like any family. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But not now. Like, it's so nice. Like, if I put a message, like my single on Twitter, every member of So Solid retweets it. Like, we all support each other. If Mega puts something on Twitter or Asher, we all retweet each other. Like, we ain't got time to be worried about arguing and all that now, bruv. What we done was so epic, yeah? You might as well just chill out, fam. You know what I mean? Not now.
Right, last year, Mega, Lisa and Romeo put out a tune called Since You Went Away. Yeah. And they put it out as So Solid Crew. But obviously, I noticed it was just the three of those. So without you or without Asher or Swiss being on it, I mean, how come you guys weren't on the track?
Do you know what I think it was at that time? I think when they put the tune out, it's kind of like a few of us hadn't seen each other for so long. And it was just, everyone's there, as an individual, everyone's doing their own thing. And to get everyone back at around that time, the timing just wasn't right. It wasn't right for me. I think at the time I was just shooting a film. So my head was just on movies. I wasn't even writing lyrics, bruv. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me personally, it wasn't the right time. But who knows, we might do the O2 one day, one more legendary tour in it to give it to the fans and call it a day and say thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah. So with that tune, do you think that if you, Asher and Swiss had featured on it, would it have done better? And I'll tell you, it peaked at number 82 in the UK. So do you think it would have got higher had the other three been on there or other members even?
Mega actually had a better rip beat. Like, if he had a beat that was the idea to put every artist on it, I think if you put every artist on it on this particular tune, it would have been all over. I just think that type of production, I think Para produced it. It's like, Mega's a big hip hop fan, isn't it? But that production's, I don't think it suits my style, or do you know what I mean? I think it was just, do you know what? The tune was actually too advanced for its time. I think you're better off releasing that tune in America. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, or do it now actually, yeah, like, because obviously how music is, like, kind of like what Chipmunk's doing. But if you got the tune, like, yeah, the beat, bro, it was epic. It was epic, like. But if you got all of us back on it, I'm sure that the fans will stand up.
I hear that, man. So the UK scene, a lot of artists, especially in grime as well, clash each other, sending for each other here and there. But I've not really heard you beefing on a track or anything. I spoke to Wretch earlier in the year, and he said how it just wasn't for him. He stays out of that. Even if someone calls his name, he just makes good music. That's what he does. Where do you stand on the whole clashing and sending for artists type thing?
I'm on a Wretch tip, bruv. I don't care. I'm a legend, bruv. Like, call my name. I started your career. I'll just end you like that. Do you understand? I'm cool. Like, call my name. Like, people, it's so weird. When people call my name now, it's more tributing. Do you know what I mean? Like, tributing my name. But why am I going to battle with young youths, blood? There's not enough time in the day. I'm a businessman. Sit there doing Lord of the Mics and all that stuff, and me being at my house battling people. It was so funny. I done a bar on SBTV. And then these kids just make up anything in their head. They're like, he's sending for Skepta. I'm like, Skepta's a good friend of mine. Why the fuck am I going to send for Skepta? Do you understand what I'm saying? But I think it's the fans that create it. They might hear a bar that sounds similar to a bar, and they're like, oh, he's sending for that. But to me, it's childish. For me to go and lower myself to clashing someone, do you know what I'm doing? I'm giving man fame. Do you understand what I'm saying? If Harvey goes and clashes someone, I'm giving you props. I refuse to give a man props off my name. I'm on a peaceful tip, like Wretch. Fuck that shit. Excuse my French.
All right, so imagine this. Imagine if a big artist, so let's just say, for example, Jay-Z or Lil Wayne, if you heard them send in, would you reply?
Yeah, but then I'll do it with all English artists. It'd be like, not just me, like, do you know what? I'll get every English artist, like, let's go and get them Americans. Because your own country, you got to back your own country. Do you understand? Team UK. Let's go and get them. But it's like the same thing. Why is Jay-Z going to send for me? Yeah, he's multi. Like, he just don't care. Like, he's just going to count his money and go and sit in his yacht and be like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I hear that, definitely. So you've been in the music business for nearly 15 years, which is a lot more than a lot of the established UK artists. Now, obviously, from back in them times, that's when DJs used to go in a record shop and look through the boxes and look for certain records and stuff, exactly, using vinyl, before the whole internet age, before the digital age, basically. Now, do you think the way the music industry's changed from back then to how it is now, do you think it's for better or worse?
I'm going to say for worse in terms of sales, because obviously downloads, innit? Well, you understand, like, So Solid collectively, we've sold 4 million albums. People physically went out and bought them in shops. We didn't have downloads and digital sales. Like, my record comes out this week, and like today it was mad. Like, I got, my label is sending me digital codes, and it's just different. The way music's serviced, like, that's why a lot of record shops are closing. So me, I used to like that day, like, we used to go in the record shop and spend your whole day in the record shop, and like, man's like, yeah, I got Oh No and vinyl, and so for me, it's for the worst. Do you understand? But industry-wise, in terms of where music's gone, it's for the better. So you can take bonuses out of it and negatives out of it too at the same time. So, but in terms of sales and downloading, it's shagged up everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So in terms of making money, obviously, it does make it a lot harder. And I mean, if you compare record sales statistics from back then, the figures that people were saying, like you're saying, So Solid sold over 4 million, to now, where artists really are lucky to sell 100,000, you know, but the music's still getting out there. So the internet's a good platform for new artists to come through. But do you think it's still better for new artists, because they're obviously, the market is now flooded? So there might be 100 bad artists and only one good artist. So do you think the internet's a good platform, really, like the way it works?
It's free advertising. You got to think to yourself, that's what was harder for us. How are we going to get heard? All we had was pirate radio. You could only hear our voices on a pirate station. So that's how we got spotted. Whereas these boys now, like right now, they can go and get a Canon camera, HD camera, shoot their own video, shoot their own freestyle, put it on the net, blog it, hit Twitter, and people can pay attention. A&Rs don't need to leave their yards no more, Dubs. You understand what I'm saying? They, like, whereas when I got signed by Universal, the A&R, Ferdy, who's the head of Universal now, or he's at Island, Ferdy, went to come to Garage the Light Rave to see me. He come to a ghetto rave to find me. Like, I want to sign this youth. Whereas now, they just sit on their offices. What's his name? Type it, YouTube, there he is. Yeah, we'll sign him. Do you know what I mean? So the internet's a live showcase. It don't get, but it's kind of, what's good about the internet, it's made my international fan base go out. Because people talk to me from France who's fans of my music. Because the internet, anyone can go on YouTube. No matter, you could be in Mongolia. If you got internet, you can go on YouTube. Yeah. So I think it is positive. You know what I mean? It's a good showcase for artists.
Cool, man. That's real good. So, obviously, mentioning YouTube, your video with Gyptian, let's go back to that. That is on YouTube right now. Yeah. So they got to just type in Harvey, Gyptian, Hot Girl.
And it's on MTV Base, Flavor, AKA, where else? Kiss TV. Yeah, it's on about 7 channels at the moment. The video's popping.
All the major channels, and of course, BBC playlisted as well.
A-list on Trace.
So where can new fans or fans that are fans of you already, where can they find your music? Where else can they find it online?
Saturday, the 4th of September. We're in September now, aren't we? Yeah. Saturday, the 4th of September. This Saturday, 12 midnight, you buy the Gyptian record, you buy it, you can go on iTunes and get it. So that's where you'll find the single. The album, the second single is going to go to radio in about 4 or 5 weeks. And then we're not going to drop the album till next year. Because now you're coming into Christmas rush. Try and bring an album out now. It'll go missing in the archives, mate. Do you know what I mean? Or then you get someone like Jedward bring out their greatest hits. And it just spoils everything. And then you're fucked. But yeah, the singles now, as I said, they'll all be ready for like I said, free download. I mean, not free download, obviously purchase on Saturday from iTunes and all the digital networks.
Cool, man. So the last thing is, obviously, I know you're a bit of a Twitter fiend. Where can people find you on Twitter?
You can find me at Harvey Official. It ain't hard, you know what I mean? My big light skin bow. I'm not hard to find. Probably got no top on my picture as usual, innit? The abs for the ladies and all that.
That's it. So this is S.TV, DJ Double, Mr. Harvey. Thank you very much, sir.
Pleasure. Great DJ, by the way.